Come up here on BBC is BBC Match of the Day. Hello and welcome here for today. We've got match of the day for match day 5 of the Premier League, as we have Everton will be the main game as they will take on Arsenal, as that matchup is coming up right here, right now. We've got here our two fellow pundits, of course. Ian Wright, used to play for Arsenal back in the day, and also from a Newcastle and Blackburn Rovers striker, Alan Shearer. And let's talk things first with you first, Ian. A big game for Arsenal, a very slow start to the season after obviously losing to United last week. Only gained one win so far by beating Palace 5-2 at Selhurst Park a couple of weeks ago. But since then, dropping points and loss last week was massive for Arsenal. Dropped down to the bottom half of the table. And do you think that you need to give Arteta a little bit of time maybe to rectify things? Did very, very well during the week by beating Napoli and also won the Super Cup final. Do you give him still time, Arteta? I think you do give him time because he's earned it for what he did last season. He got Arsenal to the Champions League, he got them 4th in the league. I know it's been a very slow start to the season to Arsenal, in their fortune so far. So you've got to give them a little bit of credit in terms of what is next for Arsenal, in terms of Everton, Spurs after that and Leeds after that as well. So I think this game will be something they want to try and dig deep and get a result in, even though Mikel Arteta used to play for Everton in his playing days. So it'll be a very interesting game on the cards here for this matchup. Let's move on to Alan now for Everton. A very good start to the season for Sean Dyche's men. 3 wins, 1 loss so far in those 4 matches of this Premier League campaign. And last week, thrashing Sheffield United by 8-1 at Bramall Lane away from home. 8-goal margin from last week's match. But do you think that they could even do it again here for today's match with Arsenal? Well, it'll be a very big game because we know that it's still early start to the season for all the Premier League teams to get used to this season. And I've got to say that for Everton, they've done well to beat Sheffield in their last matchup. They're obviously in the top 4 and they've really had a real sustainable good start to the season. But again, we know that Arsenal's in town at Liverpool here today at Goodison Park. But it won't be a very easy game for Everton. They've got Arsenal. They're not like they played Sheffield last week and they actually pulled down the park against them. You're against a big team, one of the top 6 best teams in the league. So it'll be a very tough game, I reckon, between Arsenal and Everton in this match. But I think that so far this season, a very positive start for Sean Dyche's men. And let's see if they can come out with a result here at home here at Goodison Park. Okay, let's get straight now to the coverage here right now. It's Everton versus Arsenal, Goodison Park. Let's head to the game. And we are here at Goodison Park, a rainy day this afternoon here in Liverpool, the city of Liverpool, here at Goodison Park, as we heart the blue side of Liverpool, as Everton will take on Arsenal in this matchup. A very slow start in the Premier League season for Mikel Arteta's team, as they are currently drawn 2 matches so far in the campaign, drawn to Leicester and Norwich, and also got only 1 victory away from home to Palace, and lost at home last week to Manchester United by 5-3 in that matchup. Was very disappointing for Mikel Arteta's side. But here right now in this game, they are here at Goodison Park and they're ready for kick-off in this match. A very perfect start for the Toffees so far this season. They've only had 3 victories so far and 1 defeat so far in this campaign. They've got in goal Jordan Pickford. We've got also Braithwaite, James Kajskowski, Doucouré, Ross Barkley, Dwight McNeil, Alex Iwobi, Richarlison, and striker also Dominic Calvert-Lewin as well for the Everton team. A very good team they've got here for the Evertonians. They've had a very good start to the campaign, obviously, for Sean Dyche's men since arriving in the summer, since leaving Sporting Sun Lake in the RSV. They come back to Britain and actually manage Everton. But as for Arsenal, however, we do have as well the team in goal. We got Raya in goal. Also, we got Kimmelwall, Gabriel, Saliba, and also Ben White. We got also Jorginho, Declan Rice as well, Odegaard. We got also Martinelli, Jesus, and also Bukayo Saka up front for the Gunners in this match. And we know there's a very perfect game is going to be here at the stadium here at Goodison Park. A very perfect rainy day here. Not like sunny like typical Britain, having it all raining horrible, but it is what it is. And let's get there straight to kick-off right now in this game between the two sides in this matchup. And here we go for the coverage here. Everton and Arsenal kick off here. As Everton kick off the game here at Goodison Park. Now is Calvert-Lewin. Now here's to Saka. And Saka now pass there to Declan Rice. Now it's Jorginho. Really pushing forward here now for Arsenal here. And now Everton on the ball back here now. Now to James Kajkowski. Now to Braithwaite. Now Braithwaite now pass forward now to Ross Barkley. Now Barkley now to Dwight McNeil. Dwight McNeil's pushing forward here for Everton here. Good defending there from Arsenal there. Good defending, I've got to say, for them. Perfect. And now Arsenal now on the attack now for Jorginho here. Looking positive here for Arsenal here. Now to Jesus, but won the ball back here now for Everton now. Seamus Coleman now. Now pass down to Richarlison. Richarlison now to Ross Barkley. Now Barkley now to Richarlison. Won the ball back here now, Declan. The new signing from this summer. Signed from Chelsea, by the way. And now meanwhile here, Richarlison's through. Oh, shot. Save there for goalkeeper David Raya there. So a corner here for Everton here. And now Alex Iwobi across the ball into the box here. Could be a head in the box maybe. Clearance away potentially. Now Martinelli trying to get it away. He does, he wins it back. Now here's Jorginho here. Jorginho now pushing, running forward here. Now good defending there from Everton here. Now Everton now won the ball back. Good to see them then. Now here's Myerlinko. Myerlinko now the Ukrainian defender. Now to Dwight McNeil. Now the chance here. Goal! As Decore puts Everton in the lead here. And Decore puts Everton in front in the first 20 minutes of the game here against Arsenal. I've got to say, a very poor start to the Premier League season for the Arsenal team. And they're now training here at Goodison Park here by 1-0. And after losing to United last week, they're losing here right now so far this matchup here at Goodison Park over Everton. Not looking good for them. And now Jesus here. Now Jesus. He pushes forward here. Jesus here. And he puts it past the keeper and he scores. And now Arsenal are back level. One apiece in this game. And Jesus makes it level in the match. And all the Arsenal supporters, of course, behind the goal right there celebrating this occasion. And it is one apiece this match. I've got to say, brilliant agility right there from Jesus, being past the defenders of Everton. And since Everton scored and they were leading the game, Arsenal back in it. Game on here between the two sides here at Goodison Park. Now Richarlison now Calvert-Lewin. Now here's Odegaard. Now free kick's been given. Ross Barkley will take it. Ross Barkley. Oh, punch away there from Raya right there. Could have been a chance there for Everton to get back in front, but now Barkley now holds it. Now head away there from Arsenal here. Now it's Odegaard. Odegaard now finds to a pass to Declan Rice. And now Martinelli. Martinelli there on the wing. Martinelli cuts through and a goal. Arsenal in front. For the first time in this matchup, Arsenal take the 2-1 lead. And that's a very good start that is there. They try and get back into it, even though they had a very poor start to the season in the Premier League after losing to United last week and drawing to Leicester and Norwich a few games ago, and even obviously beating Palace in their only game they've actually won so far in the Premier League. But as of for their last game in the UEFA Champions League on Wednesday, they actually went to Napoli and won the game by 1-0 in that match. And Sean Dyche right there is encouraging the players to try and keep up a little bit the momentum after they are trailing here by 2-1. They're really encouraging the team here to try and get back into it. Even though Everton were leading by 1-0, they want to try and at least get something out of this. Had a very good start to the game by a goal from Decore, but now since Arsenal have now shut up Arsenal, it's been very, very poor so far for them in the game to actually concede two. And now here's Richarlison, skipped over the Brazilian teammate Gabriel, and Richarlison's a shot, and wait a second, the referee gives a penalty away. Everton have got a penalty. And that is not good at all. And Saliba right there failed Richarlison in the box. And he's given away a penalty here at Goodison Park. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin will take the penalty against David Raya. He takes it and he scores. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin makes it 2-2. And he had a very perfect game last game, of course, at Sheffield United last week when they won the game by 8-1 at Bramall Lane. And he was the man who scored a lot of those goals in that matchup. And here right now it's 2-2. Game on here at Goodison Park. Just before half time, it's 2-2. 4-goal thriller so far in the first half. Now Gabriel, meanwhile here, Jesus running past the defenders of Everton here. He goes for a challenge here. Good defending right there from Everton there. And he's now back to the keeper. Boots it away there for Jordan Pickford. I thought it'd be 3-2. It might be coming back to 3-2 there from actually them to the level in the matchup. And Arsenal try to go be quickly and react quickly after concede that penalty. But that wasn't the case, unfortunately. And Everton defend quite well. And then the whistle blows here for half time here at the break at Goodison Park. It's been a very perfect matchup here between the two teams here at Goodison Park in this match. I've got to say, not much to see of action from Jorginho. Not had much of the touch of the ball as such in the first half. But at the end of the match here at the break, here goes to Goodison Park. It's Everton 2, Arsenal 2. We're back here for the second half here at Goodison Park, and here we go. 2-2 it's been, obviously in the break. 4-goal thriller between the two sides, but now here's Bukayo Saka now. Runs past here. Oh, he lost it now. Now to Dwight McNeil. Now to Corey. Now pings it there to Seamus Coleman. Now Iwobi. Iwobi there, crossing to the box here. Could be Dwight McNeil. Header, save, clearance, goal, Richarlison. It's 3-2. And now he's running down to the manager of Sean Dyche. I can't believe it. I really cannot believe it. Arsenal cannot defend. It's been like this so far this season so far. Giving it away sillily right there. And Everton are back in front. Like they did, of course, when Doucouré scored the goal in the first half of the match. And now Arsenal now trailing the game here by 3-2. It's been a very poor season so far in the Premier League itself. In the Champions League, did very, very well by winning their first game of the group stages against Napoli during the week. That was perfect for them. And even beating Bayern Munich in the Super Cup final a few weeks back. Brilliant pass there from Jorginho all the way to Jesus. And he's now 3-3. And now Arsenal are now back in level terms again. It's been an absolutely brilliant game, it's been, I've got to say, between both sides. And Arsenal are now not giving up their knots. They want something out of this matchup. They had a very poor so far start of the season in the Premiership. They want to get something out of this. And now it's 3-3. Now Ross Barkley comes off the pitch and replaces him. It's going to be a substitute here for Everton as Barkley comes off. And his replacement here for the Everton team will be Danjuma for Everton. Now here's Richarlison. Iwobi. Richarlison now. No, make it 4-3. No, oh, could have been. It could have been right there, 4-3 Everton there, but good defending there from Arsenal here. I've got to say, Arsenal have been probably second best this matchup. Everton's been quite perfect, they've been. By the way, the next game for Everton, they've got to play against Brentford in the next matchup. Now here's Jesus here going through forward here. Jesus has a shot and a save there for the keeper. And I've got to say, Everton's been good in this game. They've been the better team they've been in comparison to what Arsenal have been. They've been second best. Now Martinelli there. Oh my God, Martinelli hit the crossbar. That was probably the best chance for Arsenal to get back in front. And it hit the crossbar. If he hit it a bit more calmly maybe and not panic, he might have put it into the net. But it is still 3-3 here between Arsenal and Everton in this match. It could have been perfect for them to try and get themselves in the lead here. But it's been a very good game. A 6-goal thriller between Everton and Arsenal. And by the way, this is the oldest fixture in the top division of football. Every single season, they are the two oldest teams who have actually survived in the top flight for so many years. I know that Everton are a team and not as a top established top six sides, but they are a team, of course, being in the league for so many years. And these two teams have played each other so many times between the two. Probably the oldest fixture in the first division of football. And now here's to Jesus here, now going forward here. Make it 4-3, save. Clearance there from Malinko now for Everton. Now Danjuma now. Now pass it there to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Now Doucouré. And now, by the way, Arsenal's next fixture, by the way, is against Tottenham Hotspur. That'll be live, by the way, on Sky Sports, by the way, that match of the coverage between Arsenal and Spurs. But can Arsenal get their first win, maybe not here right now in today's game, but hopefully their first home win next game against Tottenham maybe? Who knows on that, unless they might score any minute now and make it 4-3. But could they get their first home win of the season? They haven't won at home yet this campaign. They only beat Palace at Selhurst Park. Now, meanwhile, good pass there now. Now, Jesus there running down the wing. Could be a chance to make it 4-3. Jesus saved there from Jordan Pickford. That's probably the best chance of the game for Arsenal to go 4-3 up. But cross from Saka into the box. Head away there from Everton. Now, Jorginho in the box. Head away there. Clearance there from Everton here. Doucouré now. Fighting for their lives here. Defending quite quickly. Dele Alli comes onto the pitch as well for Everton. But the whistle blows here for full time. And unfortunately, Arsenal could not pick up a win here. Another draw in the Premier League. They drew to Leicester, they drew to Norwich, and they drew here to Everton. Their first away draw of the season as the game ends on a rainy day in Everton here as Everton 3, Arsenal 3 at Goodison Park. Another disappointing draw again for Arsenal here. Drop points the third time this season. And Ian, what do you make out of this matchup here in this game this afternoon? I've got to say, perfect 3 goals we've scored away from home against Everton in this matchup. But I'm quite disappointed, however, that we can't defend at the back. And we know that it's been a little bit of a weird one for Arsenal because last season we were quite resilient in terms of our results and win every most matches so far from last season and get into a guaranteed position to qualify for the UEFA Champions League. But as of so far this season, we've been really poor. And a lot of teams identified our defence, the weaknesses with Saliba and Gabriel at the back. And wonder why Dominic Calvert-Lewin and also Richarlison and Doucouré was the ones who were on the score sheet in this matchup here in today's game. And what do you make about this game for Everton? 3-3 at home against Arsenal here. Any thoughts about the game for Sean Dyche's men? It seems very hard to beat Everton this season. I know that last campaign under Duncan Ferguson and even the manager before that as well, who was sacked last season, Frank Lampard, couldn't do nothing for the Everton team. And that really stopped them in terms of where they were last season, fighting for relegation. But this season, Sean Dyche allowed Everton to play a great style of football, attacking flow of football, and not, be scared on facing the teams like Arsenal's or the bigger teams like maybe United's or City's maybe, who do come to Goodison Park during the course of this season coming up. And we've got to say that Everton have done well so far. And hats off for Sean Dyche, hats off to also Richarlison, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and also Doucouré to be on the score sheet during this game this afternoon. And now we go to the game highlights for all the other 9 matches of the Premier League here. Let's start things first as we go to Newcastle versus Brentford. A brilliant victory for Newcastle during the week against Fenerbahce in the UEFA Conference League. But here right now in the Premier League matchup, Alan Saint-Maximin scores the first goal in the first 4 minutes of the matchup from a great pass from Miguel Almiron to finish it there from Maximin, and the keeper couldn't do nothing about it. And now it's 1-0 to Newcastle in the game. And then Newcastle extend the lead to go 2 goals in front as Callum Wilson strikes it past Flacken, as Newcastle now extend the lead here by 2-0. And the Brentford defence was so poor and weak they allowed Callum Wilson to go through, and Eddie Howe's men and a lead here by 2-0 here at Tyneside. And then Newcastle, however, got another goal in the match-up here as a penalty was actually given from Brentford's defender, fouled obviously Alan Saint-Maximin, and the referee pointed the spot and gives IJ a yellow card right there, the Norwegian defender, to give away a penalty here for Newcastle in the match. And Maximin was fouled in the box, was taken, and a goal was scored there from Callum Wilson to make it 3 in the second half here, as Newcastle United are really looking for their first victory in the Premier League season after a poor start to the campaign for them. But even a great start during the week against Fenerbahce in the Europa Conference League was a good head start for them in their calls this season here in the Premier League and also in the European foot stage as well. But as of also after that, Brentford got themselves a consolation goal by a goal from Kasper Dolberg. Puts it past the goalkeeper Nick Pope, ran through the defenders of Newcastle, and all he had to do is finish it into the bottom corner. And now it's 3-1 in the matchup here for Newcastle in the game. And then, however, after that, Newcastle made it 4-1 as Callum Wilson got himself a hat-trick in the matchup here. A perfect goal from number 9, Callum Wilson, as Brentford, however, look very, very poor. They do a little bit in terms of allowing the flow right there for Newcastle to get another goal in the game here to make it 4 past Brentford. And then straight after that as well, it wasn't over just yet for Newcastle. The 5th goal scored in the 90th minute of the matchup in the game. Bruno Guimaraes puts it in to make it 5-1 to Newcastle here as the match ends here at St James's Park as Newcastle 5, Brentford 1. And then Man City got themselves in the lead in the match-up by a goal from Phil Foden. A brilliant pass right there from Benzema to assist Phil Foden as a solo 1v1 there to Areola for West Ham. As now Man City here lead here by 1-0 here at London Stadium. And then straight after that, West Ham United got themselves level in the game here. A brilliant goal from the West Ham United team. It was actually a brilliant goal there from Paqueta. Beats past Edison right into that top corner of the goal. Poor defending right there for the Man City defence. And they've conceded there, and Paqueta makes it 1-1 in the game. But meanwhile in the second half, Man City got themselves another goal in the matchup to get back in front as Karim Benzema striked it into the top corner, and Areola couldn't do nothing about that as a French forward Benzema was unstoppable there and striked it past Areola to make it 2-1 to City. And then straight after that, West Ham got themselves level in the matchup in the game as a great run right there all the way from Paqueta, knocked it there to Kudos. And Kudos there beats past Edison to make it 2-2 in the matchup. But great teamwork right there between Paqueta and also Kudos. And now it is 2-2 in the game here, level in the match. And then straight after that, West Ham got themselves a late goal in the matchup. Gave away City right there as Paqueta puts it into the back of the net. And now it's 3-2 to West Ham United. And the Premier League holders Man City lose their first matchup of the season here in the new season here after 5 games in. After a last minute victory for West Ham at the London Stadium. And the West Ham fans are blowing bubbles. It took Spurs until half an hour in the game to get themselves in front. A great goal there from the centre-back. Nicky van der Ven scored his first ever goal as a Spurs player after signing from Wolfsburg during the transfer window and scored here against Fodenham, the Sheffield United goalkeeper. And then Spurs got himself another goal in the matchup as Kulusevski passed it nice there to Fabinho, then back right there from Harry Kane, puts it slotted in past the keeper there, nicely done, and now it's 2-0 to Tottenham before half time. And then Spurs got themselves a third goal in the matchup in that game as Heung-min Son really outpaced the Sheffield defenders, hits it past the keeper in the second half, and now Spurs now made it 3 past Sheffield here. They absolutely didn't destroy they've been here by Tottenham as he strikes it there into that top corner, and now it's 3-0 to Spurs. Then however, Tottenham got themselves another goal in the match as Harry Kane again scores a 4th goal. Second goal of the game for Harry Kane on the score sheet for Spurs. But here right now, he placed it past the keeper. And now Tottenham are now lead here by 4-0 over Sheffield. But it wasn't over just after that from a goal from Harry Kane, as Spurs got another goal in the matchup to make it 5-0 in the matchup here, as Harry Kane again scores a hat-trick once again like last week against Rangers, but here right now against Sheffield United, as it ends here tonight's game, as it was Spurs 5, Sheffield United 0. A very poor start for Manchester United. A goal conceded in the matchup by Dominic Solanke in the 3rd minute in the game. Early on to the matchup, United conceded a goal at Old Trafford here against Brighton Hove Albion. A brilliant start to the season Brighton have actually had since being promoted from the Championship last season, the playoffs, to get to the Premier League, and they're having a bit of a dream world here by leading this game by 1-0. But in the second half, however, Garnacho puts it past the keeper of Sanchez into the top corner to make it 1-1 in the match-up here and shut the Brighton fans up from the away end, as United, of course, are trying to get back into the game. However, Man United's 100% record so far this season continues after winning that goal in the last minute of the game as Bruno Fernandes 1v1 to the keeper, but sweated it right there to Telles, as Telles makes it 2-1, and United are still kept their 100% record in the league after 5 straight victories so far in the Premier League season. And then Norwich City got themselves a goal in the half an hour in the game as Tino Pukki find a way to pass the keeper Joe Hart, as now Norwich City now lead by 1-0 in the game. And poor defending right there from Celtic, however, but Norwich, the strugglers, have got themselves in front here at Carrow Road. But it didn't take Norwich to be in the lead that long, because a goal was scored by the captain, Callum McGregor, beats past their Angus Gunn to make it 1-1 before half time, as Norwich were leading though, and now Celtic are now back in level terms. But a minute to go before half time, Chris Wood got the ball into the net from assist from Nathan Redmond, striked it in the bottom corner to make it 2-1, and Celtic are now, for the first time this game, leading this match-up here at Carrow Road. And Mohamed El Nene couldn't do nothing about that, unfortunately, as now it is 2-1 to Celtic. Then, however, after that, Celtic got themselves a third goal in the match-up at Carrow Road as things continue for Celtic, as Nathan Redmond sweated it right there, the Japanese defender Maeda, to put it 3 goals past the Norwich goalkeeper, as the match ended at Carrow Road as Norwich City 1, Celtic 3 in match day 5 of the Premier League. And Aston Villa got himself a goal in the match-up in the game. A great little touch around there from Leon Bailey, then passed it and switched it right there to Zanzulo to make it 1-0 to Aston Villa in the game. An electric pace from the Crystal Palace forward Eze really went 1v1 solo right there from Emiliano Martinez and strikes it past him, the goalkeeper right there, as the game ends here between the two sides, as it was Aston Villa 1, Crystal Palace 1 here at Villa Park. And a brilliant bright start for Liverpool as Alexis McAllister strikes it past Sarr to make it 1-0 to Liverpool in the first 12 minutes into the game here at Molineux, as no one couldn't really mark him as he went for a strike there from outside the box into that top corner, and now it is 1-0. A great cross into the box there from Liverpool. Header right there from Edler Mateo to make it 2-0 to Liverpool. An unbelievable cross there from Alexander Arnold into the head of Edler Mateo. And now it's 2-0 to Liverpool in the match. And then straight after that again, Liverpool got the third goal by a goal from Darwin Núñez. Strikes it, hit the crossbar, ricocheted the crossbar into the back of the net. And now the Reds now lead here by 3-0 here at Molineux. And just before half-time, Liverpool got a fourth in the matchup as Darwin Núñez scores his second goal for Liverpool in the match, as Sarr could not save again another shot from Liverpool's attack, as Liverpool really ran right here at Molineux. A perfect victory during the week against Atletico Madrid in the UEFA Champions League, but also here right now against Wolves. They are battering them here at Molineux. And in the second half, however, Liverpool got themselves a fifth goal in the matchup. A great pass there from Sabitzer, all the way there again to Darwin Núñez to score a fifth goal here for the Liverpool team. And they've absolutely battered here Wolverhampton Wanderers, as now it's 5 past Wolves. And Liverpool finalised the result by 6-0 against Wolves. A great pass there from Sabitzer, all the way there to Rafael Leao. And now it's 6-0 to Liverpool in the matchup here at Molineux. It didn't take long for Chelsea to be in the lead as Lukaku strike past there from Mourier at Ellen Road, as now Chelsea here lead by 1-0. A brilliant shot there from Lukaku, beats past the Leeds defenders all the way to the beat past the goalkeeper, and now it's 1-0 here to Chelsea in the game. And then moving on to the second half of the matchup at Ellen Road, Leeds United got themselves 1-1, get themselves level, and Bamford reached the ball first before the goalkeeper got to that, and Leeds United got themselves level at Ellen Road here against Chelsea, 1-1 in the matchup here, and it's fight on here for Leeds United. And then after that, it wasn't over because glory, Leeds United got themselves another goal in the matchup as Leeds United got themselves a second goal to make it 2-1 from a goal right there from Sinstiera as Leeds marched on together for their first victory of the Premier League season. After a very poor form for Leicester City, however, a very poor start to the game again for Leicester at home to Rangers, as Rangers got themselves their first goal in the matchup here from a great strike there from Andres Pereira to make it 1 apiece in this matchup here at King Power. And then Leicester got themselves level in the matchup here by trailing by 1-0, but James Maddison beats past Samba to make it 1-1 in the game here at the King Power Stadium, as Leicester City are not quitting and they want to get their first victory so far this season after dropping points a few games and lost a few games, and they want to get into a good win here after match day 5 hopefully. But it was actually a good case for Leicester City as they did score the second goal to make it 2-1 and finally got themselves in the lead. A great pass there from Jamie Vardy in the 70th minute of the matchup to Wilfred Ndidi, and now it's 2-1 as he scored Ndidi, their first victory of the season. The official results here for match day 5 of the Premier League: Aston Villa 1, Crystal Palace 1, Everton 3, Arsenal 3, Leeds 2, Chelsea 1, Leicester City 2, Rangers 1, United 2, Brighton 1, Newcastle 5, Brentford 1, Norwich 1, Celtic 3, Spurs 5, Sheffield United 0, West Ham United 3, Man City 2, and Wolves 0, and Liverpool 6 at the end of match day 5. The official table of the Premier League we have is top of the table is United with a 100% record with 15 points. In second we have Man City with 12 points. In third position we have Liverpool with 12 points. In fourth position we have Spurs with 10 points. In fifth, sixth we have is also Everton and Chelsea with 10 points. And in seventh position and 8th, 9th and 10th we have is Brighton, Villa, Palace and West Ham to fulfil the top half of the table of the Premier League. Moving into the bottom half of the table with Arsenal and now 11th with 6 points. Leicester City are 12th, 3rd is Leeds, 14th is Celtic, 15th is Brentford and 14th is Newcastle, and we do have Norwich, Wolves, Rangers and Sheffield United are all the only teams so far this season have not picked up a single win yet, as all 4 of them have only got 1 point so far throughout the last 5 matches of the Premier League. But coming up next Sunday, the following Sunday, after this Sunday, we've got the North London Derby as Arsenal will take on Spurs. 12 PM kickoff live on Sky Sports, and that match will feature for next week. And that's all we have time for here right now for all the coverage here of match day 5 of the Premier League. For myself here today, Gary Lineker, and also with Alan Shearer and Ian Wright here for the coverage here of the Premier League. Here on BBC, good night.